Welcome back to everyone here on 2K Sports of our PGA Tour coverage. We resume play at the 11th hole. Let's get out there. That was absolutely murdered. Sitting at 1 under the card, currently in the lead. This is a ball striking clinic. Yet another green in reg here.
Dare I say, Luke, this player has been in fuego with his approach shots. Another green in regulation.
Didn't quite judge the speed on that one. And this one is for his par. Well, it's a great view on the leaderboard. Sitting in top spot, but Justin Thomas is second. First of the back 9 par 3s is the 12th.
And this is a mean one. Not going to lie. It's mean. It's right around 185 yards, but the green, once again, very tiny. You come up short in that deep bunker, you're bound to make a 4.
How close was that to going down? A chance to save the par if you can make this one. Will hold. Well, it's time to head back down to the fairways. John, what's up, mate?
Hey guys, we are checking in with Brooke Henderson as she gets set for her next shot here on the 18th.
Here's a chance to get up and down from the greenside bunker. Oh, what a grandstand finish. Knocking it in the hole on 18. Golf clap. Our current leader now enjoying a 9-stroke lead. Rich, let's head to the 13th tee at Pebble Beach, shall we? And what's the decision off the tee?
Aim it right, just shy of those bunkers down the right-hand side, and you've got a mid-iron for your second shot back up the hill. Again, a green that pitches severely from back to front as well as right to left.
What kind of shot are they facing here, Henny?
Yeah, he's got around 125 here.
Let's hope this one gets a good lie because it's heading towards the rough.
This would be a momentum saver here, getting this up and down.
Okay, so that's step 1, but now got to hold a mid-range putt. Putting for a par here. Oh, so close. It's just about 3 feet away.
Try and keep that scorecard a little less dirty. This is for bogey.
Well, this player's mighty fine. Their lead is now 9 after that performance. As we head to the 14th, I know the 18th gets all the attention here at Pebble Beach, but this is a strong par 5.
Oh, this is a good one. I love this par 5. Just hit it just down the left-hand side. You can't reach the far bunkers down the left. Lay up with a long iron, maybe a fairway wood, but watch out. This third shot gets awfully tricky.
Getting ready to play their third.
Yep, solid connection. This is looking good. And this player seems to not be too intimidated having Justin Thomas in their group today. That was a fantastic shot into this green.
And that should secure the par on this one. Now let's head over and see what JT's been doing.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Yikes!
Yeah, that's cruel. That looked good and just got an unlucky break. So after that effort, this is the current standings on the course. Our current leader is enjoying a 10-shot lead. And I don't give the rest of the way out in front in this final round.
Could not be more perfect.
Time now to play the second shot on the 15th hole. Well played, mate. Just a 4-footer remaining. It was on a good line. Oh, I don't mind this par putt. And with that putt, now even par. With the final
play, gotta like his position.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Just let that shot be water off a duck's back. Oh, Henny, that looks like a putrid lie. Is it bad?
He's eyeing this up and he's pleased with what he's seeing. This is sitting nicely.
Oh, this one should find the surface. Good shot, this. Let's see if we can make this big putt for birdie. That putt went a bit long there. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole. Ooh. Putting now for a bogey. Well, the leader giving a little hope for the rest of the field there as they put down a bogey on the scorecard.
Lining up from the sand now. Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look.
Well, the leader is really starting to gap the field now. They're 10 strokes ahead.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on?
Going with the 9-iron, I think. Well, they'd love a little bounce to the right here. Well, what a wonderful shot into the 17th. It sets up another putt inside birdie range. Oh, this would be a good putt to make, and with it, a share of 3rd spot. Oh, a 9-foot chance here. Okay, steady now.
An opportunity to make a par here. Our work here is done. Let's head to the next hole.
Currently at +1 for the tournament. Well, Rich, as we find our way to the 18th tee, few holes in golf capture the imagination more than the finishing hole here at Pebble Beach.
So much history on this hole. Aim it at the trees right in the center and hope you don't get unlucky and get underneath one of them. From there, it's going to be a layup out to the right and just a short 3rd shot. What a wonderful, wonderful finishing hole.
Not able to find the green in 2, but a bold play. Well, it's pretty straightforward. Critical bunker shot here to win the tournament.
This putt for him to win the event.
Oh, just missed. Hopefully they won't take that too badly. There's another chance here to close out the victory. Well, you can start etching that name into the wall of champions, forever etched in history here at Pebble Beach. AT&T Pro-Am champion. Well played.
And no better feeling, Luke, than to win on this classic layout. Pebble Beach Golf Links, a victory they will surely remember for the rest of their days.
Well, they came, they saw, and they conquered. They took down a fierce rival, and that's a victory they should be proud of, Henny.
A match for the books, Luke. I'm just happy that I got to witness that and see that. What a rivalry it was in the lead up to this epic match, and they took down the hero. They come out on top of not just the rivalry, but also the event.
Well, on behalf of myself, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at HB Studios, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.
2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Waste Management Phoenix Open is about to kick off. Pleased you could join us for this first round action. I'm Luke Culby alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm very happy to be following this featured group because there are rumours of a rivalry brewing between these two players.
Well, Henny, it sounds like he set a goal to beat Xander Schauffele. There's not too many people that can boast that.
No, not at all. Xander doesn't really go on the losing side of things very often. One of the most consistent players on tour. You'll always find him in the top 5, if not winning. And I'd rather them than me. It's going to be a tall ask to try and take down Xander.
Yes, well, I don't want to cop any flack for this one, but Xander's going to kill you Schauffele all around the course.
That's an absolute ripper. What a shot. 8 feet to the cup. That's frustrating.
A par putt awaits.
That's annoying. You should make that.
And this one will be for bogey. And unfortunately, it's going to be a drop shot to begin the day.
Yeah, a bit of a rocky start, but let's face it, 17 holes left to play, Luke. There's lots of times to make up for that mistake.
Yeah, you hit a beauty, didn't you?
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
He's setting up here from about 115 yards.
He's got this thing dialed in here, looking good.
A wonderful shot, a chance for Purdy here at the second.
Gotta like their chances from there.
Just didn't drop.
And this putt coming up for his par. Oh, Rich, is there anything more disappointing setting up what you'd think is a makeable birdie putt, but unfortunately not able to convert?
Couldn't convert after 2 good shots there. Disappointment as they're so close to the lead.
And let's see what that shot did to the leaderboard. He's currently tied for 15th.
And after that good play, moving up the leaderboard.
The third here at Scottsdale plays over 550 yards from the tips. It's a strong par 5, which requires 2 big shots to get to the green. The first shot needs to avoid that bunker on the left-hand side to give you a chance to go for the green. But if you're laying up, it's laying it back to a number between those 2 bunkers that sit on the left side of this fairway, around 150 to 100 yards out.
And here we are with the third shot. Really had that shot dialed in.
Attaboy, good shot.
Just 3 feet to the cup.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Well, good move there. Anything north on the leaderboard's always pleasant.
The par 3 fourth at TPC Scottsdale. A fairly straightaway hole, but bunkers again, front, left and short right. Requires a pretty accurate and solid strike.
That was special.
That would be back-to-back birdies for this player.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he needs to press on that gas pedal. He's 2 strokes back.
Oh, you've made it. What a play.
A fair bit on the line here. Spot the top 5. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? Pretty good chance here. This one's for par.
Just 1 off the lead after that hole.
The 5th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a strong par 4, playing 470 yards from the back tees. There's a big bunker down the right-hand side that will catch any drive not hit with authority. The approach must be accurate with the bunker on the left-hand side. Anything just slightly missed here will be punished.
going and going and going.
Second shot here on the 5th.
Wow, they really put on a show with that approach shot, and their rival, Xander Schauffele, appears to be taking notice as well.
Ooh, right by the hole.
Just a short putt remaining here.
Now, that's got to be frustrating. Hit such a great approach shot in, but wasn't able to convert.
Wondering if it was nerves that came into the equation there, being just one off the lead.
The 6th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a solid mid-range par 4, 432 off the back tees. And again, it's more position off the tee that's required here, with the bunkers on the left-hand side. A bold player is to fly it over that bunker on the left and leave just a short wedge in. Bold players will get after this hole, but the safe strategy lays back before them.
Yeah, that one's looking good. We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
Who'd have thought we'd see this? He is behind his rival. Can he do the catching up that's necessary?
Well, that'll help you move up the leaderboard.
Oh, they were just feeling this from the get-go. That is how you do it. Phenomenal stuff. What a putt.
This one's for birdie. That was a gallant attempt. Let's move one step closer to the lead here. This putt for a share of 4th.
And all of them are chasing Tiger once again as we move to the next.
The 7th here at Scottsdale is a par 3, a straightaway hole, but bunkers left and right of this green ensure that a nice straight shot is required. Come on, get down. He didn't look to hit that one quite so flush.
Yes, just a bit outside there, Luke.
Setting up from the first cut here in the green. They could hold it from here. Oh, how about that one? Oh, and up he goes, marching to the top of the leaderboard. And let's have one more look at that shot.
I'm glad we get to see this again. This one should be practiced at home.
And after that hole, the standings have this player in 2nd place behind Tiger Woods.
Gotta like it, moving up the leaderboard, never a bad thing.
The 8th hole at TPC Scottsdale is a very strong par 4, playing over 475 yards from the back tee. There's a couple of pot bunkers down the left-hand side that need to be avoided so you can get to the green in 2. If you're going hard here, there's a tree on the right-hand side that can prevent a good second shot or a line to the green. 2 well-struck shots required to get to this green, and even then, your par's not secure.
He's had a tough time of it on the greens here today. Hopefully all that'll change right here.
All right, guys, this for 2 birdies in a row.
3 feet to go here to the hole.
Nice little par putt here.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
He's just coming off a drop shot on that last hole.
Playing from around 150 yards here. Anywhere up on that dance floor would be nice. And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks.
And a very familiar sight, Tiger Woods on top of the leaderboard.
The finishing hole on the front 9 at TPC Scottsdale was a par 4, measuring 453 yards from the back tees. There's plenty of room off the tee to the left, just so you can avoid that bunker on the right. There's a bunker short of the green here that needs to be avoided, a short little pot bunker. But 2 solid shots here will allow a chance for a birdie. That's a shame. Had a chance to hit the green, but couldn't quite get there.
Not taking enough club to get it there.
Well, that's an impressive little chip.
Great touch.
Big putt for par coming up. Here we go, Rich. The back 9 on Sunday. What are your thoughts so far?
Luke, so far, it's been entertaining watching these 2 go head-to-head. Not too sure exactly how this is going to play out, but so far so good. Love watching these two compete.
And what are we looking at here, Henny?
He's got, I'd say, a solid 145 here.
This one is right down the pipe. Wow, what a shot. Yeah, nice looking shot there.
Already had a few birdies today. Another opportunity for another one. Let's take a look.
We'll now move over to Xander Schauffele.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Fair effort. So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. The 11th is a par 4, playing 472 yards and a huge water hazard down the left-hand side. The best line is a drive as close to that water without taking it on. Anything that leaves about 150 to 170 yards in will give you a chance to set up birdie. Sitting at 2 under par.
Currently tied for first place.
A wonderful shot. A chance for birdie here on the 11th. This putt is about 8 feet.
This for a birdie run.
Now heading over to Xander Schauffele.
Yeah, he just made bogey on that last one.
This is Xander Schauffele. Oh, wouldn't that have been nice?
It's time to check on the leaderboard.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. The 12th at TPC Scottsdale is a par 3 measuring 192 yards off the back tees. Not much to this hole except the bunkers left to be avoided, although water can sneak in on the right up near the green if anything is slightly pushed. That's right out of the copybooks. Exquisite. Mark it down, that's birdie number 5. And with that, he'll move to 4 under par. He sits in first position. The 13th is one of the good scoring holes in the closing 9 at TPC Scottsdale. It's a par 5 measuring 558 yards. Job 1 is to avoid that huge water hazard to the right or the tree on the left-hand side that juts out into the fairway. If you're clear, you'll have a chance to knock it up near towards the green or just laying it back to a comfortable yardage of around 100, 125 yards. A chance for birdie here to really ignite your charge.
This one's got eyes for the flagstick.
Yeah, disappointing not to find the surface, Rich, but I like that play.
Shocking. A missed green in regulation.
Let's head over to Xander Schauffele. Big time play, that one. At the right time, too.
And look out, guys. This rivalry looks like it's going to get pretty interesting today as he's making up some ground on his playing partner.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. That's a high-quality recovery shot.
Gotta say, his short game is phenomenal.
That's impressive. He just keeps extending his advantage over the field.
And that will take him to 5 under. Still in the lead now after that hole. The 14th is a strong par 4, almost measuring 500 yards from the back tees. The bunker that sits in the fairway should be covered. Anything around 190 to 200 yards out will give you a green light to go for this flag, although a 4 here never hurts. Nicely done. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Yeah, a quality shot from him. He'll be pleased.
All right, Henny. What's he got in front of him here with this putt?
He's staring down 23 feet here. He's staring down a birdie putt here.
And down it goes. and staying right where they were in today's rankings after that. The 15th is a very important hole, the par 5, 553 yards from the back tees. Either makes or breaks around here at TPC Scottsdale. That huge penalty area to the left is to be avoided if you're to make a decent score. A good drive will allow you to go for this island green in 2. Although if you're too far back, no point taking it on as there's water everywhere to collect your ball. Laying up to the 115, 20-yard marker will give you just an easy wedge here and a chance to still make your birdie. Well, good shot that, right inside the range. This putt's about 4 feet from the hole. Terrific shot, almost an eagle. And another one goes, and with it, an increase of his lead. And that will take him to 6 under. Playing their 5th shot. Oh, yes, what a shot.
Out of the rough, into the hole. Thank you very much.
Our leader is out in front by a whopping 5 strokes. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. And he's safely on the green with that shot.
Now this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
Looking for another birdie here.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
The perfect leave. Uphill, can be firm.
Oh, so close.
And that was a bogey by our leader, so the rest of the field feeling a little opportunity here to close the gap. And after that hole, they currently lead in first place with John Rahm in second.
This dramatic finish at TPC Scottsdale has no shortage of options at the 17th, Rich.
If you've hit the driver but you miss the green, you gotta miss it out to the right-hand side to have any hope of getting it up and down for the birdie. However, you knock it on this green in 1, you never know, you could make it 2.
Well, I think they've just signalled their intent, Rich, getting after that par 4 green in one.
Not backing down one iota there, Luke. Love the aggressive play.
Wow. Nicely played. Good shot. Okay, let's get back to the action. This putt to get to 7 under the card. That's disappointing. 5 feet coming up to the cup.
Little birdie look in here.
Ouch, that hurts. Well, that should have been just about a formality. And this one is for bogey. Back-to-back bogeys is never nice, but in she goes.
2 bogeys in a row, never a good sign. Now playing a little defensively.
And now 4 under for the day. The finishing hole at TPC Scottsdale requires a great drive. The big water hazard down the left-hand side and the Church Pew bunkers make it a very difficult drive. Anything out to those bunkers on the right will leave a good angle approach. But once you hit this shot, make sure you get the right area on the green if you're to make your birdie. Well struck. Playing this shot from 120 yards. Currently leading by 2. Oh, what a gorgeous looking shot that is, Rich. Well, take notes, folks. That's how you do it. Well, Rich, think they can make this one?
I really can't say I'm a fan of their chances on this one, Luke, but I tell you what, I've been wrong once before.
It's just about 3 feet away. Oh, nice looking putt. And that signs off on today's round. And as this round comes to a close, he finds himself in a share of top spot. Well, another great day of action here at 2K Sports. On behalf of Rich Beam, the entire hard-working folks and team here, I'm Luke Elvey. We look forward to your company next time. UK Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is delighted to present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. Today's coverage is about to begin. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. Hello everyone, I'm Luke Elvey. Great to have my mate Rich Beam beside me. And Rich, as this next player begins their round, what do you think of their chances here today?
Look, it's a small lead, let's face it, but it's a lead, and that's where you want to be. You want to be out front. And so this player has been playing well all week long, but in saying that, they just don't want to make any mistakes. It's going to be a difficult day all around.
Looking forward to this, Rich. Let's get into the action. Let's see what kind of tone he sets for himself today. Second shot here on the first. Chosen the pitching wedge here.
And tidy looking shot, that one.
How close was that to going in the hole? Great shot. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole.
This is their look at birdie.
Wow, that's misjudged. Well, that's a no-fuss par to get the round underway, Rich.
Nothing wrong with an opening par, just easing their way into this round.
We've arrived at a par 4 hole. Well played. And Henny, what's he looking at here?
This is looking around 115 yards out. He really got that one out there. Fantastic drive.
What's in front of them, Henny?
Just got to use the touch of a feather. Barely has to blow on it. This is just downhill.
Oh, just missed. Putting for a par now. That's a disappointing par in the end after such a terrific shot in. He's currently sitting in first place. Let's see what happens here at the 3rd hole. And after that par, they're looking for something good here. Well, this should find the short grass. Getting ready to play their 3rd. That's some good golf right there. 7 feet to the cup. Was on a good line. An opportunity to make their par. And down she goes. And it's Collin Morikawa on top of things. Here we are at the 4th hole. Going with the 7. Oh, look at this. Right down the throat. Well, that's well played and a great birdie opportunity coming up here at the 4th.
Just a short putt. Closes the workout on that hole.
And that will take him to 3 under.
Next up is this par 4 hole.
Oh, that's a high caliber shot. This shot coming from around the 150-yard marker.
And only one off the pace here.
Great shot.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one's 13 feet from the cup. All right, guys. This for 2 birdies in a row.
That will work. On a roll here with back-to-back birdies.
Putting early on has been less than stellar, but that one, that's more like it.
And after that hole, this player is currently tied at the top of the leaderboard alongside the ever-present Collin Morikawa.
You like that, didn't you?
Around 110 yards to go. He shares top spot. Yeah, that's a good line. That should find the surface.
He seems to have all the wind in his sails and maximum confidence out today against Xander Schauffele. I think Xander didn't really know what he was getting himself in for after that shot.
You know, Luke Donald once made all 400-plus attempts inside 3 feet on the PGA Tour.
No movement up or down on the leaderboard for this player. Deep into the front 9. Here we are at the 7th hole.
Going with the hybrid.
Oh!
Talk about dialed in. That thing had eyes for the hole. And this putt will take them to 5 under.
This is what they have left for birdie here.
Just didn't drop. Just 3 feet to the cup.
For the par.
And after that hole, he's now alone at the top of the leaderboard. Let's see what happens here at the 8th. That one's heading down Broadway. And Henny, what kind of a shot are they facing this time?
Setting up here from about 165 yards.
Nicely done. What have they got in front of them here, Henny?
Yeah, they've left it in the perfect spot here, just below the hole. They can be aggressive up the hill.
A well holed, he'll take the birdie. And with that, he'll move to 5 under par.
Well, with that good play, this person is now in first on the leaderboard, with Colin Morikawa in second.
Now on the tee after a birdie, fired up and ready for more.
This one's looking good off the tee. That should find the short stuff.
From around 140 yards here.
He's got a 2-stroke buffer. Tell you what, they've got their rhythm going there. That's another green in reg.
I tell you, you just dream about days like today. Greens and regulation, spot on all day. Awesome.
Ooh, this is a precarious position, if you don't mind me saying, Rich. They have the lead, but there's plenty chasing with just 9 to play.
Yeah, but I like the position. I like being out in front. It forces the other players to come catch you. I like their position.
Sitting at 6 under, currently in the lead. Looks to have opted for the 8-iron. Not a bad approach, that one, up onto the green. A couple of putts from there, and that'll be a pretty good hole. Good look at a birdie here. That's frustrating.
You've finished your work on that hole. Let's take a look at the next one.
Currently 3 strokes up after that hole. 2 great shots are required here because this hole is a long par 4. Yeah, give yourself a pat on the back. Here we have the second shot into the 11th. Outstanding shot. High quality.
Putting for birdie here.
Ooh, right by the hole. 3 feet to go here to the hole. And as they leave that hole, Rich, you'd imagine a little bit frustrated after such a great shot in. Now teeing off on the 12th hole.
This one is chewing fiber.
A wonderful shot and a birdie opportunity coming up at the 12th.
Of all the shots that I like the most, that one ranks right up there.
Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it? This is a par putt. And still in top spot after that hole. Keep it going.
We have a par 5 at this one.
Lovely effort, that. Sitting at -6. Currently in top spot.
That one just slides by.
Wow, what a shot. A 7-footer right here.
They're staring this down for eagle.
That was a gallant attempt. And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 7 under.
After that hole, this player is currently in first place, with Colin Morikawa in second.
Oh, good drive. That one should find the fairway. And Henny, what are you seeing down there?
I'd say he's about 165 from this flag.
Hope they pack their bucket and spade because they're heading to the beach.
That's my line. Stop it. You can't do that.
Oh, that's great. It just missed the hole. And this one is for his par. Okay, steady now.
Well, that's providing some hope to the rest of the field as our leader stumbles with a bogey.
A chance to put last hole's bogey behind them here at this tee. That's nicely done. Well, I don't know about you, Rich, but I love this 15th hole at TPC at Scottsdale. Everyone's already focused on getting into the stadium hole. But this one here, wow, what a shot you got in front of you.
I'm laying up 8 days a week and hitting wedge in there close for my third, Luke. No chance I'm taking on this second shot.
This one just outside 7 feet to the hole. Just go ahead and tap that one in. This putt coming up is for birdie.
You know, it's not if you make bogeys, it's how you respond. Well done.
Just a very narrow margin of a lead out there. Let's see if they can calm their nerves and get this done.
And coming off the birdie, they'll be proud of themselves, a chance to keep it rolling. Going with the pitching wedge here. Oh, that was fantastic. What a shot from the leader. Chance to move to 8 under here.
This for a birdie run.
Ouch, that hurts. It's just about 3 feet away.
Oh, that's a clutch par.
Leading by 3 strokes now.
2 holes to go, Luke. Can they hang on? Let's find out.
Not a bad line, this one.
Luke, unfortunately, that got a horrible kick. Ended up in the rough.
Well, Rich, I'm being honest. This lie is putrid. Handy effort, that one. Be nice to see this one go down. Let's see if they make it. Oh, so close.
Just a tiny putt is all that remains.
And now -7 for the event. And now this player tees off their final hole of the event with the lead. Oh, what a wonderful play. Leading with intent. Wow. There's a lot of power in that one. Bombed. That should find the surface. That's a lovely shot here at the 18th and a chance for birdie at the last.
Luke, nothing gets past you. Yes, this.
Well, that's a great tournament to win. The Waste Management Phoenix Open, Rich, and all on Super Bowl Sunday.
All the fans this week have been out there supportive of the tournament. They've been out here in record numbers. And the champion, well, they finally get to enjoy the festivities as well. Great play in this week. Great win.
And as we recap the day's results, it's a big thank you to Henny for bringing us all the action today.
No place I would rather be, Luke. What a day it was. Saw some wins, saw some losses. Overall, some great golf and a pleasure to be out here alongside you guys.
Well, on behalf of myself, Luke Elvey, and Rich Beam, thanks for tuning in. Catch you tomorrow. PGA2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, is proud to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. We're at the Genesis Invitational. Today's coverage is just about to begin. I'm Luke Elvey alongside Rich Beam in the booth, and it's a hello to Henny Koyak down on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, I'm looking forward to bringing you the action from the ground level for this week's featured group. Now there's a sense of heightened competition this week, and this player has mentioned that they're starting up a rivalry this week with their playing partner.
Yeah, that's right, Henny. It looks like they're trying to beat Colin Morikawa this week. That's a brave call in anyone's books, but I'm pretty sure we're going to see some extra fireworks today.
Oh, I mean, beating Colin Morikawa, it's a tall order. He does everything right. He is the poster boy of tour, not just for his excellent looks, but the way that he stripes that golf ball, the way he holds his putts. Short game is unbeatable. It's a really tall order.
I think he's got a golden eye too. 007, watch out. Colin Morikawa's coming for you.
We know that Riviera starts with a 5-4, but it may as well be a 4-5 because the par 4 second is tougher than the par 5 first.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Wonderful shot.
Chip in for birdie. That's always a nice feeling.
And it's time to recap that play.
This shot was absolutely perfect. Looks just as nice on the second viewing.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently in second place, hoping to overtake the leader.
And back to the course with the live action. Pacific Palisades in California, the site of Riviera, the third hole, par 4, elevated tee shot.
And a fairly generous fairway, a little bit more room out to the left than what players can see off the tee shot. Second shot is going to be downhill to a green that basically chases away from the player, going from the front portion of it all the way to the back. Difficult to get your second shot close here.
Oh, I like that strike. This one's heading well towards the green.
I think he's got playing partner Colin Morikawa looking a little nervous after that shot.
A bit long on that one. Just 3 feet to go to the hole. Don't miss this. They can be costly.
This is important. Big par putt here.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's sitting there just in third place.
And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. Currently 1 under for the tournament.
Always like to see your name moving up the leaderboard. Never a bad thing.
Looks to be going with the 5-iron. Oh, stop it. What a shot.
Full of confidence as well with their putter. Gotta like their chances.
An opportunity for a birdie here.
Was on a good line. Just 3 feet to the cup. Well, that hole's behind us. More to play. He's currently in a share of top spot. Rich, the PGA Tour is basically a power game these days, although the 5th here at Riviera forces players just to hold off the tee.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Just hammered that through the line. Par putt coming up here. Yeah, good putt. Well hold. So no change on the leaderboard for this player after that hole. The par 3-6, one of the most magnificent holes, not only at Riviera Country Club, but in all of golf.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's got some work to do, but he's only one back from his rival.
And after that effort, let's take a look at how it stands. Let's head to the par 4 7th at the Riv. Again, it's a par 4 that requires placement of the tee.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
Oh, these are good for the momentum, these ones, right on 8 feet.
This is huge for momentum. Gotta try and hold this. This for par.
Nice little putt to hole, that one.
And with that, he'll stay right there at even par. The par 4 8th at Riviera is a choose-your-own-adventure. Which fairway do you like to take?
I think most players are going to try and go down the left-hand side, as it seems to be the easier of the two these days. However, where they stick that flag stick, well, that's a different question. If they stick it up front right, the left-hand side of the fairway, that's not the easiest approach. So better be mindful of where that flag stick is in order to pick which side of the fairway you want to drive it down.
Trying to get it to move a little bit to the left here.
Well, that certainly makes putting a lot easier when you can hit a shot like that.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
He's one stroke behind his rival in this event.
Let's get back to it, shall we?
And he's down there. You got a read?
Setting up this putt 9 feet from the cup.
Oh, just missed. This next putt is for bogey. Ah, that's frustrating.
Down she goes. Let's head to the next.
And unfortunately heading in the wrong direction on the leaderboard after that hole. The final hole on the outward half is a par 4 playing back up towards the clubhouse, Rich. It's a good par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Boy, Rich, that was a big-time save, that one.
Saving one there after being all over the parking lot, chipping in for the par.
And here we are with the third shot. Only a few shots off the pace. Yeah, that was silky smooth out of the sand. Good shot. Well, that's a momentum maintainer. Well done. Trailing by a few shots after that hole. All right, as we head for home at the Riviera Country Club, is there a hole that's talked about more than the short par 4 10th?
No, not at all. And what a hole it is. It's changed a lot over the years. This green is actually reminds me of something you would see at Pinehurst. There's no flat spots on it. It either is downhill or uphill. That's it. Players most likely will take driver or fairway wood and try and leave themselves just on the front left portion of this green. That's the most ideal spot they can hit it, no matter where they put the flag stick. However, hitting it there is nearly impossible. A keen short game is absolute necessity to make birdie here.
Setting up miles from the hole.
What a great opportunity here for a look at a birdie.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Currently at 2 over par. The par 5 11th, one of the better scoring holes on the course. Players are thinking 4 when they stand on this tee.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
And just in the first cut here.
Pretty good shot there.
This putt for a spot in the top 5.
Just didn't drop. Well, this would be a good one to make. It's for par. Ooh, right by the hole.
And this one will be for bogey.
Now 3 strokes back after that hole. When you stand on the 12th tee, Rich, you're thinking to yourself, oh, a couple of strong back-to-back par 4s, and it starts right here.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevent you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
Not bad. Second shot here on the 12th. Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. That was a little bit of a misfire, I'd say.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's currently ahead in this rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Let's catch up with the current proceedings. Getting ready to play their third.
3 shots off the lead.
Wow, that almost went in the hole. He's got a par putt here. Let's see if he can make it. Our current leader is enjoying a 1-shot lead.
Rich, the 13th hole.
Slightly different look off the tee.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left. Requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Well, Rich, from where I'm sitting, this looks makeable. Do you agree?
Luke, I really don't think this is going to happen, but you know what? I've been wrong before, and it could happen again.
Ooh. And this next putt, it's for bogey.
The putt drops, and we're moving on.
He's currently tied for 14th.
And moving down the leaderboard as well.
The 14th, Rich, I know it's dear to your heart, the par 3. You made an ace there in tournament history, won a car. How do you tell the players to play it?
Luke, it's a very simple hole in my mind, but for the mere mortals who are playing this game, it can be difficult because this green is not deep, but it's certainly wide, and it does tilt from right to left at a pretty good clip. Historically, it's not the easiest par 3 on this golf course, but for me, I think different.
Oh, that was pure.
Now over to Colin Morikawa.
Coming off a bogey on the last hole.
Oh, that's a lovely shape shot. Okay, time to return to the action. Second shot here on the 15th. And here we are with the third shot. 5 shots off the lead. Oh, yeah! A shot of the day. Oh, we'll take that and a spot in the top 10 to boot.
Moments like that deserve another viewing. Let's take a look at the replay.
Great feel, great judge, great speed. Yeah, I like this.
Sitting at 3 over for the day. The 16th at Riviera Ridge is the last chance to get amongst the birdies on a par 3.
A breathtaking short par 3, 166, an island green surrounded by bunkers.
Oh, absolutely flushed.
Now let's switch our focus to Colin Morikawa.
He's sitting there in the rankings at 4th.
And back to the play, shall we? And this putt to move into a tie for 4th place. Three feet to go here to the hole.
This putt to tie Colin Morikawa.
Solid play finds that player moving up the leaderboard after that hole. As we head back up the hill towards the clubhouse, we're faced with the par 5 17, the long, strong par 5.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Put the indicator on and it's taking a right turn.
This would be a great up and down. Whew. Don't give him praise, just look with admiration. That's serious talent.
And just a little bit of work was all that was needed to finish up there.
Now 4 back after that hole. The finishing hole at Riviera, famous for so many exciting finales in tournament history. Rich, take us through the tee shot and approach.
Tee shot up the hill, fairway tilts significantly from left to right. Missing it out to the right is a massive no-no. You'll be blocked out by a bunch of eucalyptus trees that you cannot hit it through. Second shot is to a green that actually tilts away from the players, not towards them, even though the second shot is uphill. Green is historically one of the firmest on the golf course, and getting it close is nearly impossible. It is a heck of a finishing hole.
A par putt awaits.
And that'll be all she wrote today. Well played. And at the end of their round, they find themselves in 7th on the leaderboard.
Same to you, Luke. See you tomorrow.
On behalf of Rich Beam and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, I'm Luke Elvey. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
UK Sports and the PGA Tour are delighted to bring you the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Here we are at the Genesis Invitational, one of the top events each year on the schedule. Today's coverage is about to start. Pleased you could join us for this final round action. I'm Luke Elvey, here alongside Rich Beam. And Rich, it's the final round in this one. What's our next player dealing with as they start their round?
In the top 10, but let's face it, I think they're a little bit too far behind the leaders. However, a stumble from the leaders and a good final push from this player, got to say, it's possible.
Oh, I can't wait. Salivating to see how today's play goes.
It's a tad frustrating, especially when it comes up short.
I think they gave that one too much respect. They didn't want to hit it too hard and go racing past the hole.
Sitting at a couple over for the event. Next up is this two-shot hole.
I've never seen a golf course where you're so happy to start off birdie bogey. It's the strangest thing I've ever seen. The second hole, pretty straight away off the tee shot. The second shot moves a little bit from left to right, back up the hill. There is some space on the right-hand side to miss your second shot up by the green, but there's no guarantees that it'll kick hard enough right to left to get back on the green. It's a sensational second hole.
Henny, you've had the chance to have a look over this one?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Oh, I don't mind this par putt. Unable to take advantage of the great approach there, Rich. He finds himself currently tied for 5th. Teeing off here at the 3rd hole.
Yep, that'll work. That's fine.
John, you're down there. What's happening?
Hey guys, we're checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 6th.
What a shot! Almost went in the bucket. Let's return to live play now.
From about 100 yards.
Chosen the pitching wedge here. Oh, that one's straight. That goes down for an eagle.
It's almost like the golf ball had eyes and it went straight where it belongs, in the hole.
Oh, hello. Worth another look, shall we?
Yeah, this was a gift. Wasn't expecting this.
So after that hole, he's now up to even with the card. Here they are, full of confidence on the next tee, coming off the eagle.
This is a spectacular par 3. Ideally, players want to hit a tee shot that moves significantly from right to left and moving with the contour of the green. If they can do that, then they've got an opportunity to hit it really close. If they challenge the pin off the tee shot, well, it could come up short in that bunker, and that is a massive no-no.
Maybe some time on the practice green wouldn't hurt. Getting ready to play their 3rd.
Just one shot back now.
Good chance this one, right on 6 feet. Oh, gee, that line was looking good, wasn't it?
Time to make a putt here. This one's for double.
Okay, steady now. Yeah, well holed. Let's move on. He's currently sitting in 8th place. This hole is a par 4.
The fairway does run out about 310 yards off the tee, and players not necessarily going to hit driver here. They have to be mindful that the fairway pitches significantly from right to left on their tee shot. From there, they're hitting their second shots downhill again to a green that chases away from them front to back. Again, a simple looking second shot, but a difficult one to get close.
Oh, wonderful shot, and a chance for birdie at the 5th. This putt to move into a share of 2nd place. Our leader is enjoying a 3-stroke advantage. Time to play one of the one-shotters.
What an incredible design this is. And it really just takes this green and it makes it into a section of 4. The back right, the front right, front left, and back left, they all have their unique features to it, and that all is due to the simple fact that that bunker, which is tiny, minuscule, almost not even there, it basically shapes that green into the 4 quadrants. It is just an amazing design.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. Welcome to this hole. It's a par 4.
The fairway bunker down the left-hand side comes in quicker than you can imagine, and so players want to try and hit it out towards the far right part of it, but again, you push it a little bit, and now the barranca comes into play. If you find the fairway, happy days. This green is probably one of the most severe tilted from back to front. Players need to make sure their second shots land past this hole in order for it to come back down towards the hole. You will have a downhill putt, but it's better than coming up short.
The leader now has a 1-stroke advantage. Just a couple to play here on the opening 9. Here's the tee shot at the 8th. That's tiny. From around 170 yards here, 1 stroke off the lead. And choosing the 8-iron here. That's a good-looking shot there. This putt is for the lead.
Now that's how you roll the rock.
You can mark it down. That's birdie number 4 today. And that's going to hoist him into first place. And with that now, back to level par.
Moving up the leaderboard. I like it.
Welcome to the tee of a par 4.
Only the big hitters are going to be able to carry that fairway bunker down the left-hand side. Most players are going to try and avoid it and even miss it the fairway out to the right-hand side, which is not a bad miss. From there, the second shot is directly uphill. Deep, deep bunkers on the front right part of this. That is not the place to miss it. Anything that's a little bit long will leave you a downhill putt, but that's the safe play.
Yes, anytime you can find the green and have a putt, you'll take it.
A birdie putt awaits.
That was a gallant attempt.
And just a little bit of clean-up work remaining on this hole.
Well, this is when the knees start to knock. The sweat starts to appear on the palms of your hands, Rich. Just a slender lead with 9 to play.
Could be some trying times indeed. Tough holes lay ahead, but yes, you're in the position that you want to be, ahead of the pack.
That should find the fairway. Second shot here at the 10th. Chance to get one under the card with this putt. Ooh, a little bit of a rush of blood by the looks of it. 4 feet to the cup. Ouch, that hurts.
Putting for bogey here. Well, they say a bogey pleases someone. The rest of the field buoyed now after that drop shot by our leader.
We have a par 5 here. Time to take advantage.
It's just a long straightaway par 5, almost a runway, if you like. Both sides of this fairway flanked by huge eucalyptus trees, which frames this tee shot brilliantly. You find the fairway, second shot, once again, straightforward. You must avoid that bunker front right at all costs. That is deep and nasty. You're not going to enjoy being in there.
Yeah, this is the stuff we love, getting after this par 5 in 2.
Absolutely love watching a player be bold and be rewarded for it.
Well, the old hammer hands putt. Just taking a look at this one, Rich. Do you think it's makeable?
You know, Luke, I've heard this metaphor before. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds an acorn. I believe that rings true in this scenario.
Putting for par. Oh, that just kills you. Free putting for par. And after that performance, they'll stay right where they are in the standings. Here we find ourselves on the tee of a par 4.
This is where the golf course gets extremely difficult, Luke. This tee shot moves from left to right, but massive overhanging eucalyptus trees down the right-hand side prevents you from hitting a high draw over them. Once you're in the fairway, though, your second shot is to a green that's really not as big as it should be for such a long hole. And there's a famous tree just short and left of this green, Bogey's tree. Not because of the score, because Humphrey Bogart used to sit there and just watch everybody butcher this hole.
And our intrepid on-course reporter, John, standing by.
Hey guys, we are checking in with Colin Morikawa as he gets set for his next shot here on the 15th.
Very crafty, that shot.
Yes, very smooth tempo there on that chip.
And a chance to get back to even with the card with this putt. It was on a good line. Big putt for par coming up. Well, it was a wonderful approach shot, wasn't it? But unfortunately having to settle for par. And maintaining top spot on the leaderboard after that. It's time to take a look at this 13th hole.
It's really cool. This tee shot is framed by large eucalyptus trees, both right and left, requires a draw. Nothing else to do. You have to move this golf ball from right to left off this tee. If you do it correctly, well, that golf ball could chase down there miles down this fairway. You find the fairway down there, you're going to love the second shot. The difficulty gets when the pin is all the way back left in this little peninsula. You miss it a little bit left there, you're going to find the barranca, and you're probably going to find a bogey or worse.
Leading by a couple after that hole. Teeing off now on the 14th hole.
Hit a 7-iron, a high little draw 7-iron, and 2 hopping right in the hole, Luke. That's what I suggest. That makes it easy.
That could play. Fairways and greens. Easy game, isn't it?
Well, the practice is paying off here, Luke. This player is relentless.
Our current leader is up by 3 shots. Playing from around 160 yards. Now a 3-shot lead over the field. That's a great shot here at the 15th and sets up a look for birdie.
And they've been rolling the ball great today. Another great look.
Was that a rush of blood? It's just about 3 feet away.
This for par.
And this is quality play, still on top of the leaderboard.
3 holes remaining. This is what it's all about. Time to see who is going to get it done.
Going with the pitching wedge here. Look at the line on this one. Get in the hole.
They have absolutely flushed that one. Colin Morikawa, he was meant to be the original and best approach player, but I think we have a new sheriff in town.
And now that finds him in first place.
2 holes to go, Luke. I know who I like.
Well, here we go, Rich. We're at the penultimate hole, the 17th.
At all costs, do not hit it in that fairway bunker down the right-hand side. Anywhere to the left, even in the rough left, is just fine. From there, your next shot should be laid up out to the right-hand side. Third shot, straight back up the hill with some kind of wedge. It can be an easy birdie if you get the distance on your third shot spot on. If you get it wrong, however, you could have some issues.
Oh, superb line on that shot. Oh, that's outstanding. Another great shot by our leader. Just 3 feet to the cup.
Looking for another birdie here.
Leading by 5 shots after that. And a chance to ice the tournament here. Holding the lead, playing the last. Well, that's right out of the top draw. A great shot from our leader. That was a thing of beauty. He got all of that one. Oh, he's been putting on a clinic all day. Another beauty by our leader.
The iron play today has been absolutely stellar. Luke, the greens and regulation, just a fantastic accomplishment. Great to watch.
And finishing this round with a tap-in putt. And Henny, it goes without saying that this player dominated their rival today.
Luke, while they've been out on the golf course, I've been cooking. Here, smell this. We've got to eat up. It's some humble pie. We shouldn't ever have doubted them. There was some spectacular golf out there, and it was a pleasure to watch.
Well, that was a thrilling day, and on behalf of myself, Luke Culby, Rich Beam, and all the hard-working folks at 2K Sports, thanks for your company. We look forward to the next time you join us. PGA2K Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today's coverage of the Northern Shore Open is about to begin.
Pleased you could join us for this first round action.
Delighted to have 2002 PGA Championship winner Rich Beem in the booth. I'm Luke Elvey, and it's a good morning to Henny Koyak, who's out on the course following our featured group.
Hi Luke, really looking forward to some exciting play from our featured group today. This player has hinted at a rivalry with their playing partner this week.
Now this week, Henny, he's intending to beat Brooke Henderson, one of Canada's finest golfing exports.
Oh, I mean, she has the whole of Canada rooting for her. So you're not just playing against Brooke, you're playing against Brooke and Canada. I wouldn't want to do that if it was me. Brooke has a fantastic game to go along with her wonderful personality. Don't get caught up in the talk. She will have some lovely conversations going around while she beats you on the side.
Yeah, she's going to try and kill you with kindness, Henny. I see where you're going there. Good luck in this rivalry. This should be an exciting showdown, Henny.
Pay attention, folks. That's how you play golf.
What are we looking at for this putt, Henny?
This one, guys, he's got around 9 feet.
Putting for a par now. So it'll be a par to start their round.
Very nice par indeed. Very solid hole play.
He's currently tied for third.
Not much happening. Moving down the leaderboard. Never a good sign.
Now let's hear from our on-course reporter, John McCarthy, who I see is just rolling up his beach towel. Been striding the fairways here in Florida for the last couple of days leading up to the event. John, what's the Emery Beach Club all about?
Well, Luke, one thing it's about is it's about water. Water hazards will feature prominently on this course this week. The greens also very undulating. There are ridges, there are shelves, there are tiers. I hope the players have done their homework this week because these approach shots into these greens, they're always important, but especially so here at Emery Beach. Several holes feature, what a beamer